Do you want to play where it's cold or where it's hot? That's not a line from a Hollywood movie. That's a quote Shaquille O'Neal says came straight from then NBA Commissioner David Stern's mouth. And in the aftermath of yet another eyebrow-raising NBA draft lottery result, this time featuring the Dallas Mavericks improbably securing the number. One pick with just a 1.8% chance. The big Aristotle is stirring the conspiracy pot in a way only he can. Shaq, a Hall of Famer, four-time NBA champion, and current TNT analyst, recently sat down with NBA content creator Ashley Neville. What began as a casual interview quickly turned into a moment of jaw-dropping nostalgia when O'Neal dropped a story that just might add fuel to one of the NBA's longest-running conspiracy theories that the draft lottery is rigged. Let's rewind to 1992. Shaquille O'Neal was a force of nature coming out of LSU, a 7'1", 300-pound juggernaut with jaw-dropping athleticism and a magnetic personality. Shaq wasn't just a future star, he was the star, the kind of player you could build a franchise around. The kind of player who could take your bottom-feeding expansion team and turn it into a playoff contender practically overnight. And the NBA knew it. O'Neal recalls a curious conversation with David Stern months before the 1992 draft lottery even took place. The league's commissioner, a man often credited with ushering in the NBA's modern era, greeted Shaq at an event with a friendly smile, and then a loaded question. "I meet Mr. Stern in March," Shaq recounted, "and he says to me, 'Hey, I know who you are. Can't wait for you to come to the NBA.' Then he pulls me to the side and asks, 'Do you want to play where it's cold or where it's hot?'" It was an odd thing to ask a soon-to-be rookie with no control over his destination, but Shaq, thinking nothing of it, gave a simple answer. I was like, "Hot," and he smiled, and I smiled. Days later, the NBA held its annual draft lottery. The results? The Minnesota Timberwolves, who had the worst record and the best odds, dropped to number 3. The Charlotte Hornets locked into number 2. And the Orlando Magic, a team with just the second best odds, landed the coveted number 1 pick. They used it to draft, you guessed it, Shaquille O'Neal. Coincidence? Or carefully orchestrated destiny? Back then, few thought much of the lottery outcome. But in 2025, with conspiracy theories dominating every corner of the internet and sports fans becoming more skeptical of random results, Shaq's story hits differently, especially in light of what just happened with the Dallas Mavericks. Let's talk about it. Just a few months ago, the Mavericks were a franchise in freefall. They traded away Luka Doncic, arguably a generational talent, for what many considered table scraps. Analysts shredded the front office, fans called for heads to roll, and the NBA community collectively asked, "What now?" Then came the lottery. With just a 1.8% chance, a miracle number, Dallas leaped over teams like Detroit and Washington to secure the top pick. Not only was it statistically improbable, but it felt narratively perfect. A once proud franchise, beaten down by poor decisions, gets a second chance. Another shot at a savior. Sound familiar? It did to Shaq. "I didn't think anything about it at first," he said. "But you hear all these conspiracy theories over the years, and there's a lot of situations that make those theories sound kind of true." He didn't say Stern rigged it, but he didn't not say it either. Like, okay, Dallas gets rid of one of the best players in the league, and then, oh, we're getting a new one. Ding, ding, ding. It's easy to dismiss this as just another big man trolling the internet. After all, Shaq is no stranger to stirring the pot. Whether he's feuding with Charles Barkley on Inside the NBA or roasting Dwight Howard on Instagram, the Diesel has always known how to command attention. But here's the thing, Shaq isn't alone. NBA fans have long believed in the mythos of the rigged draft. Ask any Knicks fan about the infamous 1985 frozen envelope theory that allegedly delivered Patrick Ewing to Madison Square Garden. Ask Cavs fans about their string of lottery luck in the post-LeBron years. Or look at the New Orleans Pelicans miraculously winning the Zion sweepstakes just months after trading Anthony Davis. The NBA is a business, a global entertainment juggernaut, and the draft lottery, with its sealed envelopes and private rooms, has always been just opaque enough to make fans wonder, is this really random? Now, with Shaq adding his story to the archives, those whispers are getting louder. Of course, we'll never know for sure. David Stern is no longer with us to clarify or deny. And even if he were, the league would likely stick to the script. The lottery is transparent, secure, and fair. Period. But fans don't want transparency. They want intrigue. They want drama. They want to believe there's more to tease.